Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Come on in.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. This is our Piccadilly Parfait.
Parfait. Hi, Jean.
It just means it's one of our shorter little live events. So I am... Oh, there's Jean Shoot. Yep, I see her now. So come on in. We'll wait for a few people and then we'll get started. We've got a pork ribs in the crock pot at the moment, and I think Bill's smelling it, and I'll have to fix him some of that. And
yeah,
I think we're having baked sweet potatoes or something with it, right? Yeah. So come on in, say hello, tell us where you're from if you're new.
got a 10 on there.
Okay, so if you don't know, I do put out a newsletter. I don't have like once a month. I don't do it once a week. I do it whenever there's information from the company or a special that I'm running. So be looking for newsletters from me. You can sign up best if you do it on a computer, going to piccadillystampin.blogspot.com. But if you're on a computer, you can also hit Facebook on a mobile, I guess is what I meant to say. It's best to go through the blog. But you can hit it right here on Facebook if you look down the side, if you go to my page. Piccadilly Pingo. Okay, so I'm trying to debate if I'm going to open up some more. Right now I got one left. I may be able to get 4 more. I guess it depends on what the sign up is like. But if you're interested in this, I've got plenty of goodies. You get 3 demonstrations from me. There's 3 games, so at least there's 3 winners. The goodie bag is like $25 worth of product that I put together. Yeah, so it's pretty good. Plus then I'm going to put 2 each of the 3 card designs that I'll be doing. I'll be putting 6, so 2 each of those 3 in the bag also for you to make at home. Okay, to my customers. So this is the last announcement and then we'll start in on the good stuff. But this is kind of a good one. I had another customer hit this today, the 300 mark. So if you spend $200 with me during celebrations and getting the freebies and stuff from Stampin' Up, I will also treat you with a really wonderful goodie bag. It'll have 2 exclusive card recipes for you, and then it'll have 1 bag recipe, and then it's going to have other little goodies and treats and products in there. If you spend $300, I'm going to give you that same bag, but I'm going to let you pick a stamp set on me for $25 or less. You can pick and be a part of that extra promotion if you reach that $300 mark. So should we get going?
We should.
Do you have anything else?
Nope.
Okay. We'll get moving along. So I've got one of my Quick and Simples. I love them. The color combination that I chose is Pale Papaya, Calypso Coral, and Basic Gray. Is France on here?
Yes, she is.
Okay, because she loves orange. And I think about her anytime I use orange. So this is actually a pretty cool color palette. I never liked orange so much in my life, France. It has nothing really to do with you except for that Pale Papaya. I've always been a Calypso Coral fan, but that Pale Papaya really just threw me for a loop. So have you guys seen...
She likes the combo.
It is a pretty combo. Have you guys seen this amazing stamp set? Now, it doesn't have dies. It's just the stamp set, but it is called Flowing Flowers. If you haven't, I'm telling you, you are going to want this on your order. This thing is awesome. So it's made to look kind of watercolored. So that's one thing that I really like about it. So some of the images go darker on it and some go lighter, as you will see. Very pretty. But look at this. Just a note. Thank you. Time for a happy dance. Who could not use that? And then the one that we're going to be using today, and I love this, sending a card instead of a text, plus then a happy birthday, and I like you. I think this is just awesome. And I think that because of the way these flowers are made, you could pair this with sympathy or Happy Wedding Day if you know their colors. I think this is a wonderful, wonderful set. It is a red rubber set, and mine did come a little lopsided, so I had fun trimming down all those edges because I was getting a lot of overhang. I don't know if they all do, but mine did. I haven't actually used these images yet, so they're not trimmed down. But don't forget, when you get a Stampin' Up! Image, if it's got an area that hangs over, cut that sucker down so that you don't get that overhang. Makes such
Is that what you call the halo effect?
The halo effect. You
The
betcha.
halo effect.
So that is Flowing Flowers. And then if you watched me on Wednesday, which I hope you did because there was quite a few shares, and I'm going to be, Bill will be drawing for this card that I made. I used the 3D embossing folder, the Hive 3D embossing folder, which gives this effect. Well, I'm using it again. I really like this one. Ooh. This is, it's got the two sides. On the card I did Wednesday, I had the emboss side down. On this one, I'm going to do the deboss side up. So I'm going to hand that to you. That was called Hive, and it is a 3D embossing folder. So let's pull out my little card pack here, and let me find a scrap piece of paper. I know I could be using this, but I've been holding on to it. And now it's almost like a thing to see. I've got one little mark there, a tear there, and some marks here, but it's trying to see how clean I can keep it. So I have a Calypso Coral card base, and I love this color for the summer. I think it's very bright and happy. So I'm going to go ahead and make that card base.
Are you thinking about spring already?
After this, after last night with the 20 below this morning, I mean, yeah, I'm thinking about it. I don't mind winter from like a day or two before Christmas until maybe New Year's, and then I'm good. That's okay. Enough for the year for me. So I'm going to use this. This was cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to use this again as the background. Now you could run this through the embossing folder through the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine, but it kind of wrinkles up, I guess, when you're doing it as a card base. So that's why I've been using this to make just a matte for this, so it's color on color. And because it is embossed and it's the 3D embossing folder, I'm going to add a little bit of extra adhesive. Normally I just do kind of the edges, but on this one I want to add just a little bit more so I make sure that it adheres down. There's less surface space to adhere it down. So we'll stick it on here, and this gives me a minute to kind of get this straight on here. Okay. So the difference in this card, I'm going to just show again. This side has that real honeycomb, and this kind of looks like an octagon kind of raised up. So that's the difference of the two sides. All right. And I will be, there'll be 2 lucky winners for those cards. So let's take our Calypso Coral, our Pale Papaya, and open that up. And I'm going to start, will you hand me right there the chamois. I just want to make sure I cleaned this off. I'm going to just make sure I have my stamp cleaned off before I go into it. I'm going to go into, I'm going to take a 3 by 4 piece of, there we go, we'll do this side, of basic white, and I'm going to go straight into this Pale Papaya, full strength, and I want to test it real quick first. Okay. So my flowers are facing a little bit that direction, and I want them facing in. I'm going to go on the bottom right hand side here and just full strength, and I'm going to do it again, maybe like that. I'm going to turn this, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm just kind of going for a symmetrical look on these flowers. And I think it just makes it easy. Now, you could do it random. I didn't. So then, hand that to Bill. Because this was in the same color family and because it was the lighter color, I'm going to go right into my Calypso Coral. And I may need to do a little on the edges here because it looks like my coral is little. There we go. And I'm just going to kind of come right over this image that I have and stamp it and fill in that little gap there. See what I did? Easy peasy. Now, let me hand this off to Bill. And will you hand me that stamp set back?
Sorry.
That image that I used was just this little small kind of flourish of flowers. That's what I used for this, not like the big one. I just used the little one. I'm going to hand that back to you. And then I'm going to stop just a second so you can see the overlap and how it just looks kind of airy, I guess maybe is the word through there. Does that show up well?
Yes, it shows up really well.
Okay. They like it?
They're liking it.
Okay. Thank you. Beautiful. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take
so pretty.
The stamped image, sending a card instead of a text, and I'm going to use basic gray, not black. And this one is just kind of up to your, wherever you feel like it. I'm going to do a test stamp. Make sure I've got it kind of on the block straight. I do. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of in this area. Maybe like there, okay? And before I stick my finger in this, I'll put that on there. So let's pull in, this was 3 by 4, and this is going to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. This is one of my favorite cuts for a card. The last time, and I kind of did this on purpose because I'm doing basically the same layout as the card I did on Wednesday, and I did that for a reason. I like to teach, but just showing you how the same card layout, look at that, isn't that pretty? Now, taking the card and turning it, I'm going to place this on here with a little extra glue because it is embossed. Any questions or anything, Bill? You're kind of quiet today.
No, I was just watching. Looks good.
He's dreaming of pork right now. Yeah, he's got pork ribs on his mind.
This is going out and checking it out, so it must be getting good.
Okay, so here we have this. Now, I had a little piece. Okay, I make these ahead of time because they're small. But when you get those little scrap pieces, take your tailor tag punch and when it's long, and then just cut off the piece that you need on here to make a little tag.
What size is the gray layer?
The 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Yes. Okay. And then I'm going to just take this little tag up in this corner. Okay. Oops, that glue was super sticky, but it moved on me there. Give it a minute to dry. Now, while that's drying, I'm going to take a piece of linen thread and just make this teeny tiny bow. So for those of you who know me, I absolutely love these little flags on cards, and I usually decorate the top with a little bow. Now I hear you squeaking. I got a new chair, but Bill got the hand-me-down chair and it's squeaking. So here we go. Let's get that a little smaller. And then we will cut this down. I'm going to trim that off too. And take a little bit of a glue dot don't go away because I'm going to pull in that other card. So I want to show you guys the difference of how one layout can look so different. It's the exact same layout I used as on Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm not done. Let's see. Let's find an embellish. Oh, I know what I want. I just want simple, the smallest little pearls on this. This has small little flowers, and these little pearls are gonna be, let's see, I'll do one there, and I think I will do one there, and I'm gonna do one, I'll do one there. Okay, now let me stop a minute, show you this card using that set. It's very clean and simple. This is so easy. A beginner stamper can do this with a few basic supplies. Not gorgeous? Mm-hmm. Now let me do this. Let me pull this out of here. And let me pull this in here. Now here is the exact same layout. This is the exact same layout I did on Wednesday. How different? Different color, different stamp set can do. This one has DSP on here, different techniques, and yet still the same layout. And I did that kind of on purpose to show you guys how differently something can look using the same thing. Before I forget, I'm going to pull that paper back in here, and let's make a matching card. On the other one, I showed using DSP on the card. On this one, let's pull in those colors again. Should we do, let's take the bigger, can you get the bigger image out for me? So let's do this.
This one?
Yeah. Let's take that one. And while he's getting that out for me, thank you. So I'm going to use the bigger envelope, and let's decorate the envelope, or the bigger image from there. You want to hand that to me so I can show them? Mm-hmm. So we pulled out this one this time. It still matches, right? So we pulled it out, and we're going to go ahead and fill up on here a little halo effect. Yeah, just actually I'm going to go on to this next one, and maybe I should have stayed the same stamp set, the same stamp image, but it's okay. Let's go back over that.
Ooh,
back
pretty.
over that, yeah. And then even on the front here, you can have that image on here. So now we have the matching envelope. I'm going to hand this back to you, Bill. Now last time I did the DSP on the envelope here. I'll give you those two. So let's pull this in. It's just such a great card, no matter how you put it together. And you could do these smaller images all over. I thought it would save a little time. And then this one has the DSP that matches from here. Now the really wonderful thing is it gives you an idea of how the same exact layout can look so differently with a different color choice and different stamp set. So pretty cute. Okay, I'm going to put this aside because we have to do a drawing here for these. And before we do that, I just want to remind you, first of all, thank you all of those of you who have ordered. It has meant so much to me this month that even some people have really taken my challenge to heart and have gotten that celebration stuff. I'm going to have some really nice treats for you guys because this is my appreciation for being a loyal customer to me. So thank you. If you are placing an order and you're new to me and you're interested in getting any of the products that I've showed you tonight, or even for these, for this one on Wednesday, you can just hit the Shop Now button at the top of my Facebook page, or if you're watching this later on YouTube, you can go down into the description section and it will give you a link to my store. It's open 24 hours a day. So this is my host code if your order is under
$150.
That's right. If it's under $150, please use this. 150 and more, those rewards are good for you. So that would
sign up for YouTube too.
Oh yes, I do have a YouTube channel. You can find me there and all of my videos. Also like and follow us here on Facebook if you are new and want to see more of what you saw today. So this is how many. I was like super uber shocked at how many of you. It was amazing. So I'm mixing them up. Bill's going to draw out 2 names for these.
Here's 1 and 2.
Okay.
Marsha Bartle.
Marsha, I just got done talking to her today.
Yeah.
So Marsha, I know who you are and where you are.
And Angie.
Oh, this is Angie. This is Angie Lawrence.
Angie Lawrence.
Yes. So Angie, yes, you won one too. So I will get those both out to you. If there's any questions with Stampin' Up, how to place an order, or techniques that you want to see, just message me on Facebook and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I have to go make him some barbecued pork ribs now. So you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will be back next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.